You received your instructions earlier. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Toca los guantes. Buena suerte.
Scheduled for 12 in the 135-pound division. Esau Cruz in the black with gold trim. Matias Romero, blue and white. Esau Cruz on the attack. Propensity to lead with his head. But as we saw in his last fight, Hal, it didn't prove to be much of a
pound. And the question is whether Cruz, you talk about his quick start, have ended with
time he traveled the 12-round distance September 2015.
Jab, and that gives Romero jab. Even Santos' combination as he landed those beautiful uppercuts.
It's kind of a noogie, wasn't it? No, certainly not.
Coming up on, but a pretty decent start here at Bay and has landed a few. Cruz comes forward, glances Romero with that sweeping left hook, and when such a height in Romero, and yet
which is hug him, turn him.
Oh, and take him down.
The long reach right hand.
The weapon that Romero, he's landed 2 or 3 so far. Now,
limiting the effectiveness of his opponents. The basic technique that could deliver a lot of dividends.
Terrified is using Cruz advantage. Have him into the right hand. And taking a few punches from Cruz, and
that's a very good point, Abner. But he's landed some shots,
and he doesn't.
In October, Esau Cruz has never been down. Under 30 seconds left in the second. Cruz just misses with that. Could be a chippy affair here as clams the left-hander. Romero, there's a right uppercut at the end of the round.
She's over, man. You know me, big.
One step closer to potentially a belt, and both Cruz and Romero fighting for the boxing match thus far.
We've seen some really punches on trap.
I'm seeing too much clinching and holding and not demilitarized.
Romero for pushing down on him. He just
stay off his head.
Beware the Ides of March.
I got it.
As we look at power punches, Al, very close.
You would think that, they would be at
the effects of his right
boy.
Yes,
to throw the body punch.
Chest, so, why not work the body? There it is.
Romero's hands are low, but flash before he darts out, using angles on the exit.
Everything that you're throwing, you're doing it the other way. This
is round number 4. Vernon Forrest and Junior Witters with Leonard Doreen.
That was that one time. There it is again.
26-10, and Cruz trains at high altitude, and Matias Romero looking as the biggest opportunity. He's thrust inside the distance.
Fighter's face.
And to give
notice frustration from Cruz.
And show stats.
There's a right uppercut.
Not enough to win this round.
In the 4th, Romero and Romero. Time called by referee.
Time in.
Here at the Fights 12 in the lightweight division.
You're not listening. You're not listening to me, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
Keep moving around.
Time. I just wanted to see. We had got grease on. It's just.
Yep, we're good.
We good. Okay, good. Time in.
He's not a bad body. He's throwing
Clay, uppercase I and a lowercase. They have the proper range. They've been able to land some with a right and a left, and Romero puts it.
Solid work there by Cruz, although also as Cruz comes in.
Romero, he's fight's good. He's got good distance, but learn for a different way to attack.
Working seconds of the 5th. Short right uppercut.
And a left hook by Romero. The holding, Romero does not want Cruz working on the inside.
Right there
nice
is working the body. Cruz needs to invest a little bit more.
With some hand speed on display by Romero, puts together a 3-punch combination, double left hook. Attacking the body. 15 seconds left here in the 5th. There's a right by Cruz for Matias Romero.
Already
nice uppercut that misses. That left hook. And now Conan's throwing over 1,000 punches.
The rounds have been really close.
1 point. When you ready?
Has been docked a point in his career. How that will impact the score.
I was saying that the last couple of rounds were very decisively depending. Very much
off the ring, leads with that left. His bicycle.
And what's at stake for a 10-8 round for Romero round, or is it a
in the fight, if any, that you're picking up?
Perfect fight. I think this is it. It's a fight.
Is landing more, and we've reached.
Let's breathe. Nice and deep. Don't get desperate.
Un poco excesivo en lo que es el amarre.
They just said that you're excessive too much with the... so don't do it. Don't do it, okay? All
Amarra, dale la vuelta y suéltalo.
right.
To hug it out. Round number 7, Cruz against Matias. So what makes Romero think he's so special?
Yeah, really. Nice left hook by Romero. You know,
Yes, we are. Steve Farhood, our unofficial score. How do you...
I think it's a close fight, guys, but I would have had Cruz ahead 2 points had he not been deducted a range as he got closer in range. Certainly the harder shots, not necessarily the cleaner shots. So I have Cruz.
Adjustment would you like to see each fighter make?
Is that when they grab us, when they medal? I think that nothing. I think he's doing a good for Cruz.
Million points. By Abner, it appears that Cruz is work on Romero along the ropes.
before that, and then Cruz. It's going to be up to the judges, and there's a nice counter right hand. What they liking.
And Romero has to be careful, doubling over himself. Cruz just trying to avoid the 7. This is round number 8. Gold trim, Matias Romero.
A power hitter, and it didn't stop Cruz very much. You know, Cruz, I mentioned he knocked overhand rights. He hasn't. He tried it, right?
I'm seeing it. I'm almost set up with the jab hook.
3-punch.
This match.
He is. Get in. You got to work your jab always.
Movement, but a little less from Romero. He's landing combinations.
Yes. He's
Points exactly, the amateur style.
coming for you.
And they're supposed to count 3 or 2. That's round 2. Steve gave that to Cruz, but that was a...
Under 30 seconds, Romero exits. Under 10 seconds left here in the 8th. The fight sphere. The bell in round number 9, past round 8. Well, now for the...
been 12 rounds in this.
There's a right.
most powerful puncher, but if you walk it down.
There's an overhand right. Let's bring in unofficial scorer Steve Farhood. How do you have it?
Why this is a difficult fight to score. Cruz is
Fact, and it certainly applies in this fight. Nice body work so far.
There's a 1-2 that splits the guard for Romero, and another action
He's scoring really well. Cruz, that's what you have to do.
by Cruz as he has Romero penned in the corner. Romero himself smaller.
That's not easy. Look at the combination.
Combination jab by Cruz in the right hand.
For there.
1 minute left in the 9th.
I'll tell you what, did we think this fight was going to be headed into, and it's been a very interesting fight, and I think Romero's having another good round.
To Isaac Cruz.
Closing the show.
Hand there by Romero. Yeah, this is, I mean...
10 seconds left in the 9th, and a right uppercut and a nose. To the 10th, ring around, do-si-do. Chance to move 135-pound belt. Romero continually puts himself in a cups of Cruz by leaning.
Head down, I'm sorry. But, you know, the entire ring, and being able to be quick with his feet. Cruz, we need to see that explosive, that pit bull.
And Steve Farhoud, what will the judges like? The boxing, the ring jab, and there's a series of right hands to the butt.
On 10 rounds, 6 times, he's 6-0, is 1-0 over. I'm not worried about going there. They can do it, and he's certainly being. The show stats, Romero has landed about 50 some more. Again, we've established that they're probably not some of the Cruz punches.
The jab has almost been non-existent, as you guys have mentioned. Flash on the screen, a big advantage for Romero. We expect to utilize his boxing to keep Isaac Cruz at.
But he's moved up from 130 pounds.
Yes.
He just doesn't have the power at 135.
Can you teach power, Abner?
It's almost impossible. No, you're born with it on your power, but not become natural. But something I want to mention about Cruz, maybe he got a little bit too comfortable knocking fighters out, and he did not work on that jab. Things on taking a fight to distance.
He had the 10 round for
nice combination by Cruz.
Yeah, no, solid left. He's been looking for one of those punches that would hurt Romero, and we've got to get Romero in taking these shots like that.
Another right and a left. Isaac Cruz under tier in the 10th, and with that left hand, and referee again warning Romero, but Romero throwing it's the other at the fight sphere.
Big 10th Cruz.
Matias Romero, lightweights battling to move one step closer to title contention.
In that last round, Cruz landed some big power punches, and we'll see in this round, last one, whether those have had an impact on. By the way, Herman Caicedo, who of course in his first fight with Romero, not coming in Connecticut in the bubble, where he thinks his fighter is in against Standing Roman, so he didn't like the distance here, and it's going to maybe come down to
Been a few eyebrow-raising adjudication at the Fight Sphere, and as you mentioned, Al, not really wanting to go the distance for his fighter, but for withstanding.
Jab from Cruz in this round. He's walking his fighter down. I like that. Let's see what he sets up with.
With that chopping. There's a counter left. Romero off his back foot trying to bait. Oh, and he got jolted with that right hand.
over a left hook by Romero.
Triple. You know it's there for Cruz. There's a nice counter right cross by. And again, Romero pawing with the jab, trying to. He does there. Exit stage right.
Great distance right now to land that. Now that Romero's not using the entire ring, he's not much. So Romero has to, pick that punch.
Words in a straight line now.
Yes.
Yeah, he is, and he hit around the Cruz's, but he's quitting himself pretty well.
Cruz missed front chancery applied
For that.
Well, I'm gonna be confused here in a matter of weeks.
I know, you're all excited for that.
Bellator MMA on Showtime Friday, April 2nd, but it's Cruz and with their version of Showtime here tonight. 15 seconds trying to send a message to the judges in the fight. Unleashes a combination. The 12th and final round. Harvey Dock in Cruz for punching low. Likely to guarantee them at the Fight Sphere.
It's a very good point. And Steve Farhood giving us his honoring there with Cruz ahead. Let's just assume for a moment that would mean that Romero would be.
Romero doing exactly what he started doing, which is distance. Once you see Cruz from it too close, F's, holds and turns.
There's a
right hand very adeptly.
for Cruz because of that high altitude training and the fact that there's definitely some to utilize the ring, trying to Cruz under a minute left to end the fight.
Point that out. And Romero about 50 punches. Paul pointed out 79 is the Cruz has held him down a little bit.
At the point of the fight, Romero again, point deduction in round 6 for a low blow. And there's that, utilizing his footwork. They tie up. Cruz continues to batter the body, delivers uppercut, misses with the left hook. And here, as
I told you at the beginning of the show, an edge for Romero, which we kind of expected there would be. But remember, boxing is a round-by-round affair, and the power of Cruz's punches seemed to be a little bit more. Land many jabs, he didn't. And Romero certainly did well.
Jimmy Lennon Jr. is standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman scores about 114 to 113. Steve Weisfeld scores the action 118 to 109. And judge at ringside, Kevin Morgan, sees it 115 to 112. All three in favor of the winner of the WBA lightweight world title eliminator, Pitbull Cruz.
Career Matias Romero tasting defeat for the first time. Picks up a hard-fought victory, goes 12 rounds for the first time, and seems a little disappointed with the outcome, but it is Cruz moving one step closer to a title shot.